understood, we are at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Chicago Blues and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Throwing again on second down. Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. But just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. And as we check the next-gen stats, that play lasted just 2.7 seconds from beginning to end. Just not enough time to throw the football.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On first down, Justin Herbert. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Herbert. And that is incomplete. Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. From the left hash, this from 46. And his kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
From the 6. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. To throw on second down. Aguilar. Over the middle, it's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Chicago.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Looking to throw on second down. Aguilar. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Aguilar. And he's got it. Touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Blues have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On second down, this is Harris. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Out of the gun now on third down. And he's got his man on the out route. Past the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead.
We're still in the first quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll start the drive with Harris, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down at the 26. 1-yard gain brings up second.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and they will take over 1st and 10. The Chicago offense set to get started.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5.
Well, that that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. They bring their punter out there now as he's on to punt for Chicago.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, here's your bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
On that catch, he's already eclipsed 100 yards here in the first quarter. Charles, he's on pace for over 400.
And playing with great confidence, isn't he? I think he probably had it coming into the game. And now that he's really come out of the gate this strongly, how'd you like to be in the huddle with him right now? You know he's demanding the football.
Give me the ball.
And guess what? I'd throw it to him. He's having a fantastic game, and they haven't defended him yet.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense will probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another first down, almost back to the drawing board.
On first down, Aguilar. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
This guy's proven himself to be one of the best in the NFL. He brings an added dimension to their offense with his ability to read defenses and know when he's able to pull it down and take off and go.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Operating from the gun, Aguilar being chased out left. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Their mobile quarterback. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Herbert now.
Setting up the screen, Harris.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Throwing left side, it's complete. And in for the Steelers, touchdown. A great effort there. 64 yards.
And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks. Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. To throw on 2nd down. Aguilar throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 43. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Aguilar. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Looking to throw. Aguilar. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard strike.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 1st down.
They'll try and run for it. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Second down and 3.
Off play action. Aguilar. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right to the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Well, backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Aguilar. That's complete right around the 8. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And his kick is good. And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Takes it at the 7. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Steeler offense set to regain possession. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Herbert's throwing into the hands of Pickens.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards that time for number 14.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you're doing like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now a first down carry for Harris. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
29-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Now here's another carry for Harris. Down to the 41. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Now the ball comes loose, and this will be scooped up by the defense. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Chicago offense set to get started. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up. And the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge, because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
Now a 2nd down and 6. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Aguilar. And he's got his man on the out route. And they're able to get this one across the 35. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply, if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem scrambling for 22 and a first.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Blues would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Well, CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You maybe forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield, they're eligible too.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll start across the Atlantic in London, England. And it's the Ravens who have the lead as they play the second quarter. Sky Moore with a touchdown run. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting New England Patriots. Joe Burrow with 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And that game is tied as they take on the visiting 49ers. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for our visitors in the first half. And our statisticians got through a couple of pencils already. This offense is on pace for potentially 500 yards in passing. That's pretty incredible. And meanwhile, for the Steelers, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. From the 6. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter.
Throwing to start the drive. Aguilar. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll bring up second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space. It turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. To throw on second down, Aguilar. That's caught by Jackson. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 35. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Off the play fake, Aguilar. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
T.J. Watt, the All-Pro, in there to take him down. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Herbert. Can't get away, and he's taken down.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And this is going to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
The Steelers send out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing to start the drive. Aguilar. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Throwing on 1st down. Aguilar. Going to throw right side here. Complete.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And not able to break away this time, as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. Off play action. Aguilar. James has got it. Complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Looking to throw. Aguilar caught on the slant. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. And they'll run again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. It's the fullback.
His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Blues' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Steelers set to take the field.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football, CD. That's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach, trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Harris running straight ahead. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now it's Herbert. In trouble, and he's taken down.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Well, the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively, not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Back to throw. Aguilar. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5. And on now is the punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And taken right on the 30.
A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return.
And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
That's swung out wide to Harris. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Finding Harris on back-to-back plays. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Herbert. That is caught, and it's a fumble. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And not much there at all, as he'll get this only up to about the 11. To throw on 3rd down, Aguilar. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 16 yards is the pickup there on a 1st down for Chicago.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Hands it off out of the gun.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 42. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd and 2, Aguilar.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space. But there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes, and boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call. And they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown This thing is ugly.
So they only needed a couple of feet there on 4th down, but they got more than that and then some as he takes this into the end zone.
And I love your description right there, right? 4th and short. They got that. No problem. Let's go ahead and get the rest of it. Finish it off in the end zone. Touchdown. Everyone goes away happy on that one.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that about as lengthy a drive as you're ever going to see. And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded right around the 8. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Herbert on 1st down now. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Well, this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.
So for our visitors, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams.